Hey, what's up everybody? It's Stacey Storino. Welcome back to my channel, the #1 place for entrepreneur moms with a digital presence. Now, if you're wanting to know what the biggest misconceptions of having a business on Instagram are, so that you know how to best spend your time marketing on the app today without doing a bunch of work in terms of content marketing just to find yourself frustrated, well, today's video is all about the biggest misconceptions of having a business on Instagram. So be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to get real world help that entrepreneur moms like you need to succeed when you're doing business online today. Now, if you're an adult who's tempted to start using Instagram for business, but you have some serious questions about whether or not you can do it safely on an app like Instagram, I created a video to walk you through the facts and what to do and not to do so that you and your business can be safe and sound. So if you missed that video, you'll want to be sure to check it out. But here in this video, we're talking about the biggest misconceptions of having a business on Instagram. Sure, Instagram is currently one of the most downloaded apps around in the App Store, and that's exciting. Sure, there's a lot of great things that you can get out of being on Instagram in terms of benefiting your business. And in the next video in this series, I'm going to definitely help you uncover all of the more detailed opportunities that you can enjoy professionally by being on Instagram so that you don't miss a single solitary benefit or all-important conversion necessary to have a healthy and profitable business. But before I go there, we need to deal with some things that can trip you up if you don't have a clue right here and right now when it comes to having a business on Instagram. Misconception 1, I need a ton of followers to get sales. Okay. If you're thinking that only super young people are using social media today, you'd be very wrong. According to Statista, over 80% of 30 to 49-year-olds and nearly 70% of 50 to 64-year-olds are on social media regularly. And the numbers continue to increase. And in the video I recently did entitled, Am I Too Old for Instagram?, I discussed that there is a very large percentage of people, nearly 80%, that are on Instagram who very likely have disposable income to purchase your products and or services, which is great news, right? But you don't need to have a ton of followers out of those, say, nearly 80% of Instagram users in order to get sales either at all or much. Look at Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill, my family's brick and mortar business, on Instagram. As of the time this video was shot, we had less than 5,000 followers, but we do have an engaged, highly targeted community that places orders for everything from hot food to ice cream cakes and other designer dessert orders. And as a result, from Instagram alone, we earn anywhere from hundreds to $1,000 or more per week. And many of my students who have more or less followers than Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill does still enjoy regular sales off Instagram alone, all without any of us being influencers or mega influencers on Instagram. Don't believe me? I highly recommend that you read the article 1,000 True Fans by Kevin Kelly. He makes the argument that if you had around 1,000 followers who were sufficiently dedicated to you, you'd make a great living, better than most people on the planet, and he explains why. I don't want to steal any more of his thunder, but that's the gist if that's enough for you. And you can look up his article to read more if it's not enough for you, okay, mama? So don't have follower envy or sweat blood that you don't have the swipe up feature on Instagram for stories and all of that nonsense. Comparison is the thief of joy, as they say, and you only need around 1,000 true fans to be profitable, as I and Mr. Kelly both say. Misconception 2, I can put up anything and it'll work. Well, the good news for you is that most Instagram content creators find that super sleek videos with over-the-top production values often aren't necessarily successful on Instagram right now, and neither are perfectly curated Instagram feeds. While things that feel more in the moment and organic in comparison do well. And honestly, depending upon your niche, pitch, product, and sitch, you don't need to worry about crazy special effects and can get away with just creating content and editing it in-app and calling it a day. The bad news? You can't just fling any old thing up on there on Instagram and expect that it will deliver you a mountain of followers, comments, and other engagements. Perfect is the enemy of done, especially on Instagram right now. But you don't want bless this mess either, okay? Being mindful of your presentation or your on-camera interaction with the viewer of your content is very important. You want to seem fun, friendly, approachable, and relatable. That works big time on this app right now. So I am addressing both still photo content and videos and IGTV and video snippets in your feed and or in your Instagram stories for sure. And look, if you're not optimizing your content on Instagram by using the right hashtags, your content will never be found. So I do have a video or two coming up in this Instagram series that will help you do exactly that. Optimize your content. Be sure that you subscribe to this channel. You'll be glad you did. How you're acting, how your voice comes across if you're speaking on screen, how you're dressed when you're on camera is all going to help you either attract the viewer and draw them in or repel them. People want to do business with and or interact with people that they like. What does that mean here? Don't be uptight when you're creating material for Instagram. Don't be super formal, especially on Instagram. That's for sure not what works right now. Be a relatable, approachable, personable person who's happy to put up content that helps other people and seems upbeat and eager to share what you know in order to educate, entertain, and or inspire your audience, especially members of your audience who can now or later be your ideal customer. So over time, you should have a look at your Instagram analytics to see what data is there and draw whatever conclusions you need to in order to create better content. You do need a business account on Instagram for your purposes in order to have access to this data. That can certainly help, mama. If you try to take a look at that data and the big picture overall, perhaps you can figure out what people are or are not responding to in terms of the content that you publish. Really, I mean it. Study your analytics to see what's fetching you the best results, because that's also a great way to reverse engineer how to deliver even more value to your audience next time. And if you need help with that, well, you're in luck. Again, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel because we're breaking that down in a future video all on its own in this Instagram marketing series. Misconception 3. If I blow up on Instagram, that's going to guarantee my business makes bank. Not so fast, mama. First of all, no one can pay their utility bills with likes, and no one can buy groceries automatically because of the number of followers that they have, right? Vanity metrics can kind of get you some sort of initial social proof maybe, at best, but that's that. If you're not delivering up value in your content on Instagram, you're not likely going to get the micro conversions, such as likes and comments, that can help your content over time to yield the macro conversions that you need for your business to succeed in general. Macro conversions, like getting people to follow your account because they think it's so chock full of value that it's a helpful resource to them. So they want to follow it to see more of your content. Macro conversions, such as your followers getting onto your email list because you so impress them that they have to look you up elsewhere online or go to your Instagram or YouTube accounts. They'll visit your link in bio or the link because they want your coupon, your freebie, and a more direct line or connection with you. And of course, macro conversions that lead to actual sales. It doesn't matter how much or how little effort you put in to generating your content for Instagram. If you don't provide value to the viewer, They're going to blow you off after the first few seconds. You can't cry about Instagram's algorithm changing or that entire categories of content are getting more competitive by the moment, or that the Instagram algorithm should suggest your content out more, or that Instagram users are just lame for not following you, finding you, and jumping on your email list and buying from you. Because let's face it, if the accent mark in terms of your content marketing on Instagram was not on serving your audience and helping them to solve a problem, your audience isn't going to seek more from you to the point where they end up happily providing you with money in order to have you help them solve their toughest problems or help them to satisfy their deepest desires by virtue of the use of your awesome products and or services. You can't just put up a parade of product pictures or content that's just super sales related and expect the floodgates to open and the sales to pour in. People buy from other people and businesses that they know, like, and trust. So the better your KLT, the better your sales will be. But first, you have to show your audience that you understand what their problems and desires are so that they're convinced that your business has the tools to satisfy, if you know what I mean. Want to know how to create content like that on Instagram? You know what I'm going to say. Videos are coming out in this series that will cover exactly that. You've got to subscribe so you don't miss any, okay, Mama? Now, make sure you hit that notification bell because in the next part of this Instagram series, I'll do a deeper dive as to how to actually use Instagram for your business right now. No matter what generation members of your niche is in, and no matter what macro or micro conversions you are looking to get more of to benefit your business, while you're benefiting others by helping them to improve their lives. So you don't want to miss that video. Again, make sure you hit that notification bell and select all so that you can follow along with this entire Instagram series that I've got to offer you. In the meantime, while you're waiting for that video, be sure to check out these two awesome videos as well. And if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. It really helps me a lot when you do that. And of course, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.